Hello Aquarius, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. So Aquarius, this is the second week of vacation readings. I'm on vacation. I'm trying to sound like really mellow. Because I'm not on vacation yet while I'm recording this. I'm not on vacation yet. But while you're watching this, I will be on vacation. But I'm delving into, I know I always say my readings are not date specific. I don't really say that, I just assume it. I'm projecting myself into the week of the 20th of July, 2020. The week of July 20th, 2020. There's a lot of 20s in there. Maybe we're going to see things clearly. It's interesting, actually. I had an early morning, the day of recording this, I had an early morning dentist appointment to get my teeth cleaned, so I was very excited. Been waiting and waiting. And I went, and I'm in the chair, and you know, the hygienist is all masked up, and goggles and everything. And she's working away, and I just had this distinct feeling something wasn't right. I became actually incredibly worried for her while I was laying in the chair. And I can only describe it as I'm worried that there's something deeply wrong. Like either she's going to pass out. Like I just had this overwhelming feeling about her that something's not good. And she was like a young girl. Actually, she told me when her birthday was because I was telling her about the channel. And she's a Virgo. So she's in her like mid-30s, but you know, and she's cleaning away. And all of a sudden she stops. And you know, I'm like this, in the chair, and she's over here. And she just can barely say it. She says, I just can't do this anymore. I'm thinking, oh God, is my breath really bad? Like, I don't know, it's been a while since my teeth have been cleaned. And and I look, and of course, all you can see, like, are her eyes. And they're red, and she's crying. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? I'm just, you know, I want to console her. And all she can say is, I just found out this morning that my grandmother is very not doing well at all, that she doesn't have long. And I don't know, she just kind of said, like, I've been fine all day, but now I can't do this anymore. I can't do this. And she left the room. Oh. And then she came back, actually. She came back. And she looked at me with just her mask and her eyes. And she said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And what are you going to say? Like, it's okay. I can get my teeth cleaned another day. Like, honestly, I could feel it before it even came out. Like, I just thought something's really wrong with her. I just became so worried for her. And I just brought this out because I was thinking of all the 20s, like, you know, 20/20 vision. And kind of like, you know, feeling and sensing things before they even occur. I've kind of found, I think because I'm an empath, people kind of hold it together until they come in front of me and then I get it all that comes out. But, oh, yeah, my heart really went out to the poor girl. Obviously, too, and that period of time where you're becoming aware of the heaviness of a grievance that's approaching. So anyways, I go back to get my teeth cleaned next week. I'm going to try it again. It's 7 a.m. Oh my gosh. The poor girl. But I think too, so one of the reasons why I said I'm just getting this 2020 is coming in so strong right now. Like this clear vision. But, and I felt that a bit for her. There was something about me that really seemed to make her see what she was like. You know, maybe she just thought she could go to work today and she could push it all down. But no, like it had to come up, right? It had to come up so she could see it. So that's kind of where I was going with that. It had to come up so she could see it and deal with it in her own way. And obviously in a more private space. I mean, I didn't mind. I wanted to give her a hug, actually, but I couldn't because of COVID. So, but her boss was a little tough. Her boss was very sympathetic to me and apologetic. And she was very disappointed in the girl. And I think you know what? She's going through a very emotional time, and maybe she wasn't prepared for how hard it would hit her when it did. What are you gonna do? You know, like people. We're people before we are businesses. We are people before we are businesses. And my teeth got half cleaned. Okay. Go back next week. So, Aquarius, I don't know. My humanitarians, you could understand that, right? You can understand that, my humanitarians. All right, we're going to split. We're going to split here. The Hierophant, the Empress. I have to keep count. 3, 4. I'll tell you what they are in a minute. 5, 6. Oh, the Knight of Wands is at the bottom. Movement, the idea of movement, the energy of movement. Having that fire underneath your feet and wanting to move. That's my new little spread here. The Hierophant and the Empress. Interesting energy. They're sitting beside each other, but they're kind of going in 2 different directions here, right? They're kind of like beside each other, but going in 2 different directions. Oh, and the Hierophant, they're both very grounded energies. The Hierophant and the Empress are both very, very grounded energies. Yeah, I like that the Empress in this reading. I would say that the Empress kind of creates life, right? And she does in the tarot. She's the creator of life, the Empress. And there is also the nurturing that the Empress provides for life. But then the Hierophant provides a sense of stability for the life that's created, a sense of order. The stability and order, I think, are the 2 strongest energies that I'm getting from that right now. And they're both sort of energies that are just equally as old and grounded into the earth as anything. It's interesting. They both have this purple down at their feet. It's kind of funny because the purple I would associate with the crown chakra, but it's depicted down at the bottom of the cards here. It's almost as if kind of playing with their own chakra energy, using the crown chakra to ground into the earth. And actually, when the crown chakra is open, it does receive like information, energy, download from the universe. And that the crown can't be open unless the other chakras are open. And that energy goes down and in to the earth if you're grounding, right? So if your crown is grounded, you could really do that with that crown chakra energy. You could kind of put it back into the earth. Anything that you're getting in a spiritual sense here, putting it back into the earth. Then we have the 7 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles, right? I think this is one of the most accurate depictions of the 7 of Pentacles for me. I just love it. I love this deck. This is the second deck I ever bought. This is the second deck I ever bought, my Shawdowscapes Tarot. This 7 of Pentacles, it's like, is the fruit ready to be picked? You know, picking them all at the same time, you're going to get all the fruit at once. But you know, I mean, if you pick tomatoes, and some of them are just right, oh my God, they're so good. And some aren't. And you put them on the windowsill and you leave them to ripen. When you get around to eating them, yeah, they're pretty good. But it's not like the ones that were just left on that vine. So it's knowing, like in life, when something is ready to be picked, when something is ready to be approached, when something needs to wait a little bit longer to let it ripen on the vine so that you can get the true value out of it when it is time to harvest it. And the 4 of Cups, I'm kind of getting this person is caught in their own reflection of sorrow, of disappointment. This person is caught in their own reflection of sorrow or disappointment. It's like all these little pixies are flying around and trying to get the cups down there, but they can't. But really, this person is probably thinking, what is the point? I have all this water right here. Why do I need a cup? Why do I need a cup? And it's a mermaid, but she's not in the water. I wonder why. She came out of the water to find something and it wasn't there. I'm going to clarify. It's vacations. So I'm letting it go like it's just a very, and these cards, there's so much interesting artwork in them. I'm really letting that speak to you guys. You have to, I know I'm going to get comments from many new people coming to the channel. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's almost like poetry. It's poetic tarot. You just have to take it and let it flow. So the 5 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. I kind of want to say that this 5 of Cups is a step up from the 4 of Cups, because now this person is standing on the shore. Both of these cards are a little bit associated with disappointment, something that didn't work out, being in an energy where you're missing opportunities, mostly is what the 4 of Cups is. You're missing it. You're not seeing it for what it is. If there's an offer coming in, because you're kind of fogged over by some other disappointment that you don't recognize a good opportunity in front of you. And it's not good, I guess, really, if it's not when you're ready for it. But the 5 of Cups in this tarot, she's picked up a cup, a bowl, a chalice, and she's looking at it. She's focusing on it. It just feels a little bit like stepping away from this disappointment. And the 5 of Cups is a little bit like the next step. Because in the typical tarot, the Rider-Waite, there's a bridge. And once the person is finished focusing on the cups that have fallen to the ground, they'll see that there's 2 cups behind them waiting to be picked up, and there's a bridge leading to another cycle, another space and time for them. So the cup's been picked up here. There is a cup floating away. There's a couple of cups that have tipped over, and there is another cup or bowl or chalice that isn't tipped over and has fish in it. It's sort of finally starting to see the opportunity. Because with the 7 of Pentacles, it's also about reassessing. There's a reassessment going on in this 4 of Cups energy. Reassessing what hasn't worked out. And that reassessment makes you aware. You start to become aware. And it is a natural process of cups. This is a nice 5 of Cups because it's not so much that this person is looking. This person has finally started to notice the cups, the 2 cups behind them. And they've picked one of them up, which is likely, I would like to say, their own cup. Because the 2 cups is like your cup, what you have to offer emotionally, spiritually. And then the other cup would be someone else's. So this is, once you've taken the first step to really see what's inside your cup, what its worth and its value is, then you know how to look for the second cup. And here you go, the 3 of Wands. And isn't that what that is? Looking for it. Wanting the ship to come in, waiting for it to come in. So with the cards that are out here, I kind of feel like the Hierophant is someone and the Empress is someone. The Hierophant is specifically Taurus energy. It doesn't have to be, though, like you could be representing as the Hierophant. You could have a lot of responsibility in your community. You could have a deeper spiritual connection with this Empress energy. The Empress is very usually described as someone or something that you would find like just incredibly beautiful, drawn to this energy, very supportive, very nurturing, very abundant, always creating in the 3-dimensional. but creating in a three-dimensional, on a very emotional yet grounded way. So kind of choose who you feel you are in that sense. And then the Hierophant is looking after what is created. There is like a real depiction of masculine and feminine energy coming through with these two cards. Just in terms of describing that. The feminine energy creates the life and the masculine energy is protecting it or giving it stability. The Hierophant. Tell us about the Hierophant for Aquarius. The Six of Wands. The Hierophant is working on victory here. The Hierophant, I want to say that this Hierophant energy is also possibly seen by many or viewed by many in their community. What is this victory that the Hierophant is working towards? Wow, you have the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. This Hierophant, geez, look at that. Look at these, holding these three up. That's really an interesting clarifier. The Six of Wands into the Seven of Swords into the Nine of Pentacles. So the Six of Wands is really about kind of being elevated by those around us. I mean, the victory that you have, that you gain and whatever it is that you're working towards gaining it, and everyone around you is like cheering you on and this is great, they support you. It's kind of like walking away from that. It's walking away from the public supporting you, from outside energy supporting you, taking your truth, you're walking away, you're leaving like, this is my truth with the Seven of Swords. I'm taking it, I'm going into this Nine of Pentacles, which is really about being self-sufficient, self-reliant, understanding self. So not having the influence of outside energy. You know, it's like, yeah, great, they cheer me on, but how do I really feel about me, right? Like, how do I really feel about me? And the Empress. The Empress? The Empress is very loving. It's like, and the Empress would be. The Empress with the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Wow, the Empress for sure is the embodiment of love and the expression of love, but also there's this truth, this clarity that rings through with the Empress right now. So what I want to say here is, like, you and someone else, you have to see how you feel you are in this. Are you the Hierophant energy or the Empress? They're both working on separate things here, but kind of working together. Like, it's almost like back-to-back energy. Like, they both have their backs to each other. They may not be focused on each other, but if you're in a battle, think of like if you're in a battle and you have each other's backs, right? So whatever you're doing here, you are in a way, you are protecting what's coming towards you, but you're also protecting the person whose back is to you and that energy, and they're doing the same. So there is some sort of a connection here, even though there's something separate in what's going on. So the Hierophant too is really focused on identifying with what this self-reliance is, with what it truly means to look after self and to understand self and appreciate self. And the Empress, I think, is working on the truth behind feelings and emotions, the truth of that, leading with that. So the Seven of Pentacles, see, this is where now we start to assess some disappointment and work through it so that we're ready to see new things coming in. So the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. The King of Wands and Temperance. Oh boy, is that, yeah, I can see the Seven of Pentacles, because the King of Wands really knows what the King of Wands wants. The King of Wands will go after it and usually won't stop until they get it. But there's this Temperance energy sitting here saying, hey, we need to make sure things are balanced, things are harmonious. And it's a little bit what the Seven of Pentacles is like. If you pick all that fruit right now, Some of it's going to be really good. Most of it will be okay because most of it isn't ripe yet. It's a little bit like knowing exactly what it is that you want, but creating the strategy to get it. And in creating the strategy to get it, there is some emotional work that is done in there. So the Four of Cups, the Four of Cups. The Two of Cups came out right away. Oh, see, it's kind of telling us what this disappointment is. So the Two of Cups in the Death card is this Four of Cups. So there may have been someone that you felt this very deep connection, this sort of like soulmate energy with this person, and it's come to some sort of an end here. But with the Death card, there is always a rebirth. So, and I see that is kind of happening over here. The Death card is looking this way. It's kind of moving us this way. So what is this Five of Cups? There's some sort of starting to recognize see? Yeah, the Five of Cups is the Eight of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. So this is, here it is, recognizing what makes me happy. What would I really want out of life? What things do I just feel like don't serve me anymore and I would like to just walk away from them? And what do I want to walk towards? And in that, there is a sense of trying to find stability here, but not wanting to move out of it very quickly. Not wanting to move out of this reflective energy very quickly. The Three of Wands, then you do, at some point you do, you start looking. The Page of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. Right? It's like, it's not quite the King of Wands by a long shot, but it is the Page. The Page of Wands, wanting to express, wanting to get a message out, wanting to receive a message, wanting to communicate in some way. And with the Seven of Pentacles, now this is being assessed. A lot of assessment, my gosh. I'm glad I'm on vacation this week. I don't want to assess anything. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see what comes after your Seven of Pentacles. What comes after your Seven of Pentacles? Oh, okay. The Ten of Cups. See, I was just like, yeah, stagnant energy over and over again makes Cindy very unhappy. So the Ten of Cups, happiness. And the Ten of Cups, you have to have that with someone, because the Nine of Cups is what comes in just before this. There, so maybe you find your second cup again. Isn't there a place called Second Cup? Is that just Canada? I think so. They have coffee. Oh, ooh la la, look. Look what's at the bottom. The Lovers. See, you're gonna have some choices. It just takes time, right? Sometimes it just takes some time. I feel like I should pull out an oracle card. Let's do this with Aquarius. What should we do next, Aquarius? What should we do? No, that's... What are those ones? I'm sorry, I'm looking around here. So prepared. Oh, fairies! Let's do some fairies. These are so pretty. Okay. The fairies. Oh. Okay, final message for Aquarius. Final message from these fairies for Aquarius. Yes, that's a lot. Oh, yeah, I'm not reading a book or anything. Sure. What do you got here? You have three. I just said I'm not reading a book, and one of them has to do with a book. Go outside. It's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful peace of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. Sorry, well, your habit too. Maybe you are the Hierophant energy in this. Or, well, they're both very grounded energies that would benefit a lot from outdoors. Both very grounded energies. Look at a book. Whatever your question right now, excuse me, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. Now, that's interesting, because what I've learned with look in a book is also, it can be your own book. It can be a journal that you're writing. It can be a diary. You can create your own answers for what it is you're looking for. And it could also be something as simple as a map book. I don't know why I burp so much when I do these readings. It could be something as simple as a map book, an encyclopedia, fiction, non-fiction. There's a lot of different ways to look at that. So just keep an open mind about how you're going to find the answers in a book. And then we have precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. Oh, that's an interesting message. I got that card a long time ago when there was something I needed to deal with someone, and I was putting it off and putting it off. And I didn't want to, I was trying to save them from hard feelings. But then at the end, and I got this card and I kind of realized, you know, at the end of the day, their feelings aren't going to be great over it. So we should just do it, right? And that was part of it. Like, don't waste their time either. Let them understand what this is and move forward. So that is an important message also. And the bottom is inner child. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. That's good. That's a good way to end it. All right, Aquarius, there you go. I think you guys will get one more vacation video from me, because I think I'm coming home the day that your next video comes out, so I'll probably have that. Busy doing videos. Okay, thanks so much, Aquarius. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.